Yo, what's up? My name is Warren Freeman. This is Warren's vlog. It's going to be episode 1, season 2. Basically, everything else on this channel, I might have like 80 something episodes of wrestling reviews and shit like that. I'm basically just going to consider that just season 1, okay? And I'm going to start breaking this shit up into seasons. That way we don't have like 70 episodes like we did before. So I'm thinking maybe this season will run up until Survivor Series. And then I'll do another season like from Rumble to Mania. And then like Money in the Bank to SummerSlam or something like that. But I'm back. I've done these videos before. I just want to let you know how it works. I'm switching it up a little bit. I know for the pay-per-views, I used to do like ratings, like star ratings. But from now on, for all my shows, I'm just going to do a simple like and dislike. So in my notes, it's my notebook here. In my notes, I basically took notes of Monday Night Raw. And if I liked the segment, I gave it a check mark. If I didn't like it, I gave it the next. And that's basically how I'm going to do all my shows. And then at the end of the episode, I'll tally up my likes and my dislikes, and then I'll grade the show, whether it was good or bad or in the middle. Now, this episode of Monday Night Raw, this was yesterday. I'm recording it today. August 16th, 2021. This is the go-home show for this Saturday's. It's so fucking weird. I'm so used to, like, pay-per-views being on Sunday. But yeah, this Saturday at SummerSlam. SummerSlam is Saturday, and yesterday's Raw was the go-home show. And according to Charlotte, it's 7 days away. She can't fucking count, but I'll get to that later. So when I do these shows, I'm gonna be critiquing the go-home shows, Raw and SmackDown, more heavily than any other show or Raw or SmackDown, because this is the go-home show. Now, I'm going to watch SummerSlam this Saturday, regardless. I'm a fan, so I'm going to watch SummerSlam Saturday regardless. But the point of a go-home show is supposed to get you ready for SummerSlam and make you look forward to the event in question. Now, did Raw do that? Let's find out. All right. So, first thing we got on the show was a recap video of what happened last week. And I just want to point out, the recap video was AJ Styles and, Randy Orton and Matt Riddle. Well, they don't call him Matt Riddle, they call him Riddle now, because Vince likes to chop up names for some reason. So, Riddle and AJ were having a promo last week, and Randy Orton wanted to split up. Now, what I don't get is, if AJ and Omos just would have stayed in the back, then they would have split up, and then they wouldn't have challengers for their tag titles. And I just want to point that out because, again, AJ and Omos interrupted on this episode of Raw. So last week, Riddle RKO'd Matt Riddle. Oh, I'm sorry, Riddle RKO'd Randy, or that. Let's try this again. Randy Orton RKO'd Riddle. There's a lot of R's in there. And, so Riddle comes out, it interrupts Randy Orton. Orton has a fire promo, by the way. I know I haven't been on here in a while, but I know since I've last been on here, Randy Orton has been killing the game in promos. I mean, it all started when Edge came back last year and how he had those realistic promos with Edge. Ever since then, his promo game has been fire. So Orton cut a really good promo saying, he didn't need Riddle's help to beat AJ Styles last week. He's a 14-time world champion, yada, yada, yada. And then he's hyping up his match with Omos later on tonight. And he says, I'm going to hit that big son of a bitch with the 3 most destructive letters in sports entertainment. R-K. And then Riddle's music interrupts with bro. And that's when Riddle comes out. I really did like that aspect of it. So Riddle comes out and basically says, Orton, I know why you hit me with the RKO last week. It's because you want me to learn. In your absence, I've been hitting RKOs on fools, and obviously I haven't been doing it right. So you hit me with the RKO to show me how to do it. So before Orton can really finish his thought, AJ Styles and Omos come out once again. And like I said, I've already hit on this. I'll say it again. AJ and Omos wouldn't have contenders if they would just mind their own damn business. But no, they got to come out. They got to interrupt the promo, and that leads into a match between Matt Riddle and AJ Styles. Really good match. I like the opening promo, and I like the match between Matt Riddle and AJ Styles. One thing I want to point out with Matt Riddle and AJ Styles in that match is Riddle's selling of the leg. I'm going to keep calling him Matt because fuck it. So anyway, Riddle went for a corkscrew Isai moonsault on the AJ Styles on the outside of the ring, and he hurt his leg. And then they went to commercial break. They came back, and Riddle did a really good job selling the leg. And the one spot that I really want to point out was Riddle went for this German suplex bridge pin, and AJ kicked out. And the commentators did a really good job of saying, man, if he would have had more strength in that leg, he maybe would have been able to bridge properly. It's small, it's minute, but I like small details like that. That's what catches my attention. I really like the how AJ Styles got into the calf crusher. Riddle has this move where he does a running senton, like what Samoa Joe used to do. He calls it the Broton. AJ caught him into the senton and then transitioned into the calf crusher. And I thought that was so cool. The one critique, though, I have is I feel like they should have did that spot. Like, that spot right there should have led to Riddle selling the leg instead of the Isai moonsault. That's the only small critique I have. And also, the ending of the match came when Riddle was on the top rope setting up his floating bro, and Omos literally didn't do anything. He just stood there and looked. And Riddle got distracted. AJ clipped the knee and then pulled him down into the Styles Clash. I thought that was a really cool finish. 1, 2, 3. AJ Styles won that. Orton also walked out at the beginning of the match, so there's a story there that I'm going to address later. But I like that. So far we got 2 likes. I like the opening promo, and I like that match. Then we go to Nikki Ash's promo, which I gave that a like as well. So we're 3-0 right now. Nikki Ash's promo is just so adorable. It's basically a basic babyface promo. If you believe in yourself, you can accomplish anything. We've heard that promo 100 times. It's your basic formula for a babyface promo. But Nikki is so adorable and so lovable that even though it's a basic-ass babyface promo, she still pulls it off incredibly well. But yeah, so I gave that a like. Then following that, we had Riddle's sad promo where he's like, bro, I'm just sad, bro. I'm just sad. And he had the sad voice. And again, I gave that a like. So we're up 4 likes so far. So far, we're all starting off pretty good. But unfortunately, we get to our first dislike, which is Rhea Ripley versus Nikki Ash. One thing I want to point out while I'm talking about Nikki Ash and Rhea Ripley, Charlotte made her entrance, and it just really made me think, why is Charlotte always getting cashed in on? This chick is always getting cashed in on. It's crazy. Carmella in 2018, there was Bayley in, I want to say that was 2020 or 2019. 2019 because they still had fans. And then recently, Nikki Ash. So I don't know. It's just weird that Charlotte is always the one getting cashed in on. But, yeah, I didn't like this match. I think Charlotte on commentary took away from the match. That's why I really don't like wrestlers on commentary. They would do that again later on with Sheamus, which I'll get more into that when I get to it. This is what I was talking about earlier when I said Charlotte can't count. So Charlotte says, oh, man, I can't wait for the triple threat. She said something about referring to SummerSlam, and she was like, oh, it's 7 days away. And I'm like, it's Monday. So SummerSlam is Saturday. It's 5 days away. Charlotte can't count. And then there was some sort of, I took this as a sex joke. Personally, maybe I just have a perverted mind. I don't know. But I think Charlotte mispronounced Byron's name or called him something different or something like that. And then Corey Graves go, that wouldn't be the first time Byron heard the wrong name. And I don't know what that was. I took it as a sex joke. I'm not sure what that was about, but it was funny to me. Rhea hit a nice stalling suplex on Nikki. Um, and that was about it. The match work was okay. Rhea Ripley kind of just hit the riptide at 1, 2, 3. I gave that a dislike for many reasons. One, the commentary from Charlotte kind of distracted from it. Also, the booking of Nikki Ash, I hate. Like, since Nikki Ash has won the title, she's lost Queen to Charlotte and she's lost Queen to Rhea Ripley. I mean, yeah, she beat Charlotte a couple weeks ago, but it was Charlotte's doing because she put herself to the table. So, and Charlotte made sure to mention that on commentary. So, I don't see Nikki really retaining Sunday, but I'm going to save all that for my predictions video because I got predictions video coming away for SummerSlam. So, I'm going to get more into that when I do my predictions video. All right, so we got the first dislike, but we're still up on likes though. So, okay, let's see how we go. Ginger's prep talk backstage was really good. Talking to Veer and Shanky to get them prepped up. MVP's promo was really good. I gave that a like. Basically just hyping up the main event, which is the face-off. Basically saying, I didn't appreciate when Goldberg speared me last week. He showed disrespect to me, and he showed disrespect to the Almighty. So we'll Lashley get his revenge at SummerSlam. He might do it sooner. Very nice tease for the main event segment. So then we have the match with Drew McIntyre versus Veer and Shanky. And let me just say, I hate that fucking sword. I think it's cool that he named it Angela after his late mother, so I'm not going to shit on it too much. But the reason why I hate the sword is because it's an unrealistic weapon. Like, it's just unrealistic. Like, you're not going to use a sword in a wrestling match. Like, you're not. At least with, like, the sledgehammer, that's somewhat realistic. I mean, even though Triple H covers it, he does the hand gimmick and hits you with it. But, like, I don't know. I hate the sword. I hate the fact that they're afraid of it. I mean, I guess I can understand why they're afraid of it, but it's just an unrealistic weapon. And I also gave this match a dislike. It was stupid. The stipulation took me out of it. So, if Drew won, then Veer and Shanky would be banned from ringside. But if Veer and Shanky win, then Drew can't bring a sword. Fucking dumb. The stipulation just took me out of it. Drew won with the Claymore. I gave that a dislike. I did like the promo afterwards. That Drew, so I gave that a like. Also, can someone please tell me why they are beefing? Like, what started this angle? And don't say Money in the Bank when, Jinder Mahal showed up and cost them the Money in the Bank. Also, when they showed up on Money in the Bank and they drugged Drew McIntyre away, where the fuck did they take him? How did Drew McIntyre escape? See, this is why, I mean, damn, like, I'm not trying to shit on the product, but, like, there's so many fucking plot holes here that I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. I don't know if the 3MB has been mentioned. They have mentioned that, yeah, they used to be tag partners back in the day, but I still don't have an understanding as to why this beef is happening, because their angle started before Money in the Bank. It was highly predictable that Jinder Mahal was going to cost Drew McIntyre Money in the Bank. And also there was that whole thing of, well, Drew McIntyre lost to Hell in a Cell, so even if he won Money in the Bank, would he be able to cash in on Lashley? So there's that. I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. I think both guys are good workers. But the whole sword thing just, it completely loses me. So backstage, we go to Charlotte Well, we go to Sonya and Adam having a conversation. Charlotte barges in. I forgot to mention that Nikki Ash and Rhea Ripley jumped Charlotte after the match. So Charlotte comes in, she's all pissed off, and Sonya's like, "Well, you can have your revenge tonight, or you can wait till SummerSlam." And then the proposition was, "Well, we can have a tag match, player." I guess Teddy Long is booking this shit. I don't know, but it's gonna be Charlotte and the mystery partner versus Nikki Ash and Rhea Ripley. I kind of spoiled it for myself when I was, so I know who Charlotte's partner is going to be, but I'll let you know who that is when I get to it. Elias had two promos tonight. One where Elias threw his guitar in the fire and said Elias is dead, and then another promo where he had a tombstone that he was carrying, and he sat it down next to the burnt guitar, and it said Elias 2017 and 2021. And again, he declared that Elias is dead. I think this is really intriguing, and I'm looking forward to seeing where it goes, but my expectations are kind of average to below average because WWE has this thing where they do great vignettes, and then they do the vignette, and they get you all hyped up for it, and then the finished product is crap. Evolution or Emma or Eva or Emelina comes to mind. I don't know if you guys remember this back in 2012. The whole Brodus Clay thing comes to mind, where he was supposed to be this killer giant, and he comes out funkadactyl and dancing and shit. So, good promos. I figured there's another one later on, but I just figured I covered them both. Get that out of the way. Looking forward to see where that goes. That both got a like. Moist TV. What the fuck is this? I gave that a dislike. Wow. I'm really tired of Miz TV at this point, and I feel like these segments, along with Alexa's Playground, are just okay. So we're having Raw, and there's a template. We gotta have a rematch from last week. We gotta have Alexa's Playground, and we gotta have Moist TV or Miz TV. Dumb waste of time. Miz confuses SummerSlam with WrestleMania during his promo. Apparently, Johnny Drip Drip can make matches because he makes a match between Damian Priest and Miz. Damian Priest pushes Miz into a kiddie pool. Yeah, I could have done it without all that. Then the match itself, Damian Priest wins convincingly using the bro kick. That was kind of cool. Sheamus was already at ringside, and this is what I want to talk about. So, all right. Raw is a 3-hour show, so you run into a bunch of problems with that. One, you reuse themes and angles and people, and the reason why I gave this a dislike is because the whole wrestler on commentary thing, they did that earlier with Charlotte Flair, and now we're doing it with Sheamus. And now, a partner walks away from his or someone walks away from his tag team partner. We did that earlier with Randy Orton. Now we're doing it with John Morrison and Miz. So it's like you're repeating things that I've already seen. So that got a dislike. The match got a dislike. It was kind of just there. Sheamus' promo was afterward was okay. How dare you use the bro kick, fella? And you're not gonna have a head bloody because I'm gonna kick it off the bloody head, fella. It was okay. I guess. It should be a hard-hitting match between Damian Priest and Sheamus. I'm looking forward to that. Morrison, or Miz, confronting Morrison backstage, asking him, hey, why'd you leave me? What the hell? Blah, 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 blah. Morrison basically said, well, I want to get you back for, pretending you were hurt and making me, look like a jackass for wheeling you around for months and months. So now they magically just made up just like that. But the reason why I gave this segment a like is because New Day in the background, were like showing their products off. And I thought that was kind of funny. I thought we could have got more usage out of the New Day than just that. But that was pretty funny. Then we go to Alexa's Playground. I've already kind of talked about it. It was stupid. Eva Marie tried to get Dewdrop to steal Alexa's doll. So Dewdrop showed up on the playground. tried to steal the doll, looked at the doll, got scared, and just walked away. Waste of time. It was dumb. Mansoor versus Mace. I also didn't like this match. I like the wheelbarrow. Like Mace did this weird wheelbarrow half Nelson suplex that I thought was kind of cool. Ali interfered when Mace had the pin, kicked him in the face. Mansoor rolled him up for the 1-2-3. It was just kind of there. I guess it somewhat progresses the story, but I'm not sure what that story is, and I'm not really invested in it just yet. So we'll see where that goes. Funny TikTok video though, I saw where they showed Ali's interference when he drop kicked Mace, and it was Snoop Dogg's. Well, I guess Dr. Dre is Snoop Dogg's. I can't think of the name of the song, but it's that da 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 the Snoop Dogg doom 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 da 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 da. They kind of did the Ali in slow motion doing the drop kick. I thought that was kind of funny. I didn't really like the match, so I gave that a dislike. Omos's promo, apparently he's going to be the Legend Killer Killer. That was what it was. Then we get to Randy Orton versus Omos. I did not like this match. Randy Orton does not work well with tall people or big people. The reason why is because Orton's work rate is kind of slow and methodical. So when you put him up against a big guy like that, who's also slow and methodical, you get a very, very slow and methodical match, and it's like watching a glacier melt. It's horrible. Orton tried to RKO twice. Omos just pushed him off, and they were going on commentary about how Omos is defeated. But then AJ Styles' stupid ass kicks Randy Orton when he's on the outside of the ring. The referee catches him and calls for the DQ. So I guess Omos is no longer undefeated. Way to fuck that up, right? Then they beat down, AJ and Omos beat down Randy Orton, and then Riddle makes the save. Apparently, Riddle can make matches now. Randy Orton declares the RK Bro is back. And like I said, apparently Riddle can make matches now because he says, hey, we're going to challenge AJ and Omos for the tag team titles. So that's going to be a match that happens at SummerSlam. I didn't like the match. The promo was okay. We go to a recap of Karrion Kross versus Jeff Hardy. I don't give a fuck if this was not on the show or not. I gave it a dislike because it pisses me off. That is no way to debut someone from NXT. There's certainly no way to debut your NXT champion, for God's sakes. So even though it didn't happen on the show, they recapped it. It came across my screen. Dislike. The match was a dislike. One thing I noticed was the Saito suplex that Karrion Kross does. It kind of gave me a flashback to when I was training to be a wrestler. That was one of my trainer's favorite moves. And my trainer was much bigger than me, and so he would do a lot of Saito suplexes to me. So a little bit of a flashback there to that. I like to twist the fate into the cross jacket, straight jacket submission thing. That was cool. It was the match was again kind of just there, and yeah, Kross kind of mowed through Jeff Hardy. With that, excuse me, that is how the match should have. That's how his debut should have went. So the fact that we're doing it here means nothing to me. They should have did that to begin with. So that got a dislike. All right. So we go back to another backstage segment, and as I mentioned earlier, Doudrop failed to get the doll from from Alexa. So Eva slaps Doudrop. So that happened. That got a dislike. The 24/7 stuff got a dislike. The title needs to go away. Or if not go away, just put that shit online. Put it on TikTok, Facebook, whatever. Just don't waste valuable airtime with that 24/7 bullshit. Reginald is very athletic, and I think he deserves better. Put his ass on 205 Live. Do anything with him with this 24/7 shtick. I'm tired of it. Then the main event match of the night is Charlotte and her mystery partner, which was Nia Jax, versus Nikki Ash and Rhea Ripley. Now, Let me tell you why both teams make no sense here. Okay, so Rhea Ripley and Nikki Ash makes no fucking sense as a team. Why? Because they were just opponents an hour ago. So now they're tag team partners. Okay. Charlotte and Nia Jax doesn't make any sense because Nia Jax was the person who took Charlotte out last year with an injury, kayfabe injury, I should say. So why are they tagging here? There was basically nothing to the match. Nia Jax set up the bonsai drop, and Charlotte tagged herself in, booted Nikki off the apron, and then hit the natural selection on Rhea Ripley. And that natural selection, man, I don't know if Rhea was late or if Charlotte didn't grab her head or if they were both out of position. But that natural selection looked fucking awful. I mean, I don't think this is the first time that Rhea Ripley and Charlotte have messed up that natural selection. And I replayed it like 3 times because I wanted to see who was at fault for it. And I just think it was just a matter of timing. They were both off, and it just looked horrible. Um, so you add that in with the fact that the match itself was kind of uneventful. I had to give that a dislike, unfortunately. Then we do the AJ Styles promo, basically hyping up his tag title match, talking about how he's beaten all these teams. He's beaten the Viking Raiders, not Elias and Jackson Riker. They're not even a team anymore. So AJ Styles did a really good job on hyping that up. So that was a good promo. I gave that a like. And the Bobby Goldberg segment, I gave that a like. Only thing I didn't like about it was I don't miss the wet chants. I really don't. I'm glad to see the fans back. I've missed the fans, as I'm sure the performers have, and I don't miss the wet chants. But I guess they were in Texas, so, I guess. The Goldberg Bobby Lashley segment was pretty good. Um, Goldberg said some stuff and talked about how his son was the inspiration for him coming out of retirement. Then MVP and Bobby Lashley came out and said, hey, we're going to beat your ass at SummerSlam, and I'm the Almighty, and I'm going to walk out with the WWE Championship. Goldberg said, that's bullshit! Bobby Lashley took a swing at Goldberg. Goldberg ducked, came back with the short-range spear, which I've never liked. I just like when Goldberg gets some traction when he uses a spear. I don't like those short-range spears. They don't look realistic to me. I gave the segment a like. It was okay. It wasn't horrible. And then Goldberg got his son out from the crowd, and they walked up the ramp, and they, stood on top of the ramp. And I don't know, man. I don't want to sound like a jackass here, but maybe it's just me. There's just something unlikable about Goldberg's son. I don't know what it is. Like, I can't place my finger on it. It's just something with his demeanor. He just has this douchey-like demeanor. I don't like him. I don't know why. I don't, like I said, I can't place my finger on it. It's just something about him is unlikable to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm in the minority. But that's how Raw went off the air. Raw went off the air with Goldberg and his son posing on top of the ramp. So I tallied up my likes. At the end of it, I had 9 likes and 12 dislikes. But I ended up liking the Goldberg 7, so that brought it up to 10. So was Raw a good show? I'd say it's somewhat in the middle. It wasn't horrible. It wasn't bad. It did have more dislikes than likes for me, so I'm gonna give it like a C minus. And the important question is, did it get me hyped for SummerSlam? Overall, I gotta say no. I liked the AJ Styles promo. That was really good. I like Randy Orton's promo at the beginning. That was also really good. The Goldberg Bobby Lashley promo was predictable. It wasn't bad, but everything that they said was what you expect them to say. So I mean, those three things kind of got me hyped. The misbooking of Nikki Cross has me kind of, or Nikki Ash rather, kind of has me. I don't like that. Um, the Eva Marie and Alexa storyline is kind of blah. Um, the Alexa playground's just not working for me. So it was those. So the three things I mentioned that I like: Orton promo, AJ promo, Bobby Lashley, Goldberg segment. Those were all good. That kind of got me ready for SummerSlam. But overall, I don't feel like this episode of Raw did a good job in getting me ready for SummerSlam. But like I said at the top of the video, I'm going to watch anyway. So I give Raw about a C minus overall. Let's see what SmackDown has in store Friday. I was going to talk about the John Cena Roman Reigns promo, but I think I'll save that from last week's SmackDown. But I think I'll save that for this coming episode when I review SmackDown. So coming away, man, I got the SmackDown review recap coming up. I've got SummerSlam predictions coming up. SummerSlam recap and review of SummerSlam. I might throw in a retro SummerSlam review as well. I'm not going to promise it and then not do it, so I said I might throw in a retro review of an old SummerSlam this week. If not this week, it'll be next week. It'll definitely be in August. I mean, even if I do it after SummerSlam, it's still SummerSlam season, so I can still do it. So, well, this has been episode 1, Monday Night Raw review, and I'm Warren Freeman. I'm signing off.